Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to go over the round 3 Stanley Cup cards in NHL 23, as well as talk about my predictions for this round because, I mean, they couldn't have gone much worse in round number 2. We're also going to talk about a brand new Rivals mode that came out this week, and apparently EA wants our feedback on it because they're trying some new things, so we'll get into all of that. So let's talk about Hut Rivals Sim. So this is one of the game modes that was supposed to be like rotating in throughout the year, and obviously, they kind of went away and dialed back the amount of different ways to play Rivals because there was a lot of people that didn't like the fact that there was times where you legitimately couldn't just play normal 5 or 6 on 6, 5 on 5, I guess, in NHL. So this week we're going. They threw in Rivals Sim. And it's full. The gameplay style is full simulation. It's 3 minutes, 5 on 5. So I played a game of this, and I'm not gonna lie, it feels exactly like NHL 22. So this is all gonna depend, completely subjective. I hated NHL 22's gameplay, but from my understanding, and I got word from one of the developers, because no one could really tell you what simulation based means. Apparently, what it means is that there's an increased fatigue effect, slower recovery, decreased acceleration, shot accuracy, pass assist, puck control, deking impact, increased skating impact, decreased pocheck power, and incidental contact. So one of the things that you'll notice immediately is that the passing feels exactly like NHL 22 when the pass assist model was just straight up turned off. So basically, when you fire to pass, you have to aim it almost identical. There will be no assist to it. So like you'll find that if you're not aiming your passes perfectly, you're gonna fire it in way other incorrect places that you don't intend for it to go, which was frustrating early on, but like that's just because you're not used to it. The rest, it just felt like, yeah, like nothing really went in, and you're just waiting. The reason why I hated 22 so much is that even though if you dominated gameplay, what it felt like was you're just waiting for a random shot to go in, right? Whether it be off a rush or whatever. And I played one game, lost in overtime on a goal where someone just, puck at the net and, had a classic, just absolutely messed up glitch kind of thing, and it just kind of rolled into the net, and that's what it felt like. So that was fun, but again, it's all subjective. You guys might have liked 22, but it is what it is. So that's what it's gonna be like. I don't think it's intended to be like that for the whole week. I think they're just gathering some feedback. The wraps appeared to not be in the game. Like I tried it a couple times to test it out, couldn't do it. And I didn't get one done to me either. So there's that. So let me know what you think in the comment section if you enjoyed it, if you didn't, and we'll see what happens. All right, so let's take a look at our new Stanley Cup round 3 cards. Again, same thing as it's been throughout the summer, or I guess the spring so far, is +1 for every win and then +2 for the round win. So these cards start at 90 overall and they will go up to 96. So we'll start out in Carolina. Every team's got 2 because there's only down to 4 teams. We've got the 90 overall Jordan Martinook, who's been pretty impactful lately for the team. So 88 speed, 80 acceleration. Now at 96, because it's so high and close to 99, there'll be a lot of stats that are already maxed out, and speed might get a little bit higher. But basically you're looking at +3 speed. So 91 acceleration, 91 speed on this card. I would think it probably goes to like 92. That would be just my guess, but even with Elite Edges and Schneip, unless you're a Carolina Hurricane fan, this isn't going to be like a crazy card that has some decent value like some of the other ones have. Then we've got the 90 Jacob Slavin. His was it Milestone? No, it was his Spreadsheet Hockey event card. His MSP was actually really fun to use. He's got Gold Shutdown, which is an impactful ability. He's got Thief, which can help out with his defensive stats, getting them almost all the way maxed as well, and Booming Shot, which is a good synergy. Again, +3 speed, 92 acceleration, 92 speed. Again, it might be a little bit higher. He's 6'3", 207, so this could be a viable defenseman for quite some time, the remainder of the game. It's all going to depend on what the speed and skating goes up to, but these cards have been going for like 80,000, and if I was going to pay 80,000 for a potential 96 overall defenseman, this could be a really strong option just because I think that no matter what, even with his size, you're going to be able to use him no matter what. They will be taking on the Florida Panthers, 90 overall Sam Bennett, Elite Edges, and make it snappy. So again, you're not going to be super thrilled with that. Again, +3 to speed, 90 acceleration, 92 speed, almost max shot. This is just basically like a ho-hum card. Like if unless you're a Florida Panther fan, Sam Bennett made a hell of an impact in round 2 against the Leafs. So maybe, you're a big Sam Bennett fan. And then we also got the 90 Brandon Montour, who's been sneaky one of the best defensemen in the NHL this season with gold wheels. No, that one's a tough choice there. Again, not going to be a great skater, doesn't have great size. Silver stick him up. I would much rather have Slavin unless you right-handed, but there's so many good right-handed defenseman options. So unless you are a Florida Panther fan, this one is a pass for me. Then on to the Vegas Golden Knights. We've got Thief as well as Buzzing. Gold stick him up on on a centerman. Interesting. Can get up to like 93 speed, 89, 92 acceleration. Face-off should be in the high 90s. Again, I think that some of these stats will tick over into 99 overall. But again, just very mediocre unless you are a Vegas Golden Knight fan. And they've got a tough battle in Dallas, so I don't even know how that one's going to play out. But nonetheless, an interesting choice here. Zach Whitecloud, the former MSP. That feels like a decade ago. 6'2", 207, so much like Slavin. Very, very good size, but his skating is just so low, and EA refuses to just give us anyone that has decent skating at this stage of the game. And yeah, even if he goes +6, his shot accuracy is going to be rough. Like, his hand stats are terrible. Yeah, this is a hard pass unless you're a Golden Knight fan. And then on to Dallas. We've got the 90 overall Max Domi, 5'10", 194 with puck on a string and third eye. Brutal abilities, not very big. Like, this is, again, unless you are a Dallas Stars fan, this is going to be a completely bust of a card, even at 96 overall, because he doesn't have any abilities to help him out. His synergies are awful. Like, no excitement here with the Max Domi card. And then lastly, we've got the 90 overall Ryan Suter in gold shutdown, which is nice. 6'1", 205, nice size. But again, it's just, I just wish they'd make them faster at this point, or even just somewhat more exciting. Because obviously the players aren't going to be some of the bigger names, because they like to highlight some of the the lesser tiered ones because they don't get a lot of love. But just, I don't even see how this one, there's no way I would spend and make the set at all. I would just buy them off the market. They're going to be probably pretty cheap no matter what. All right, on to predictions. I was so wrong in round number 1 that I don't even want to do these. I think it was 1 and 3. These playoffs this year have been completely unpredictable. If you said that you thought that the Florida Panthers were going to take on the Carolina Hurricanes in the 3rd round, you were lying. So there's that. And then you had Seattle almost knocking out Dallas. Edmonton falling apart when they look like a juggernaut. It's just unbelievable. That being said, I want a team that has never won the Cup to win the Cup. I think that's just more exciting. And because I don't want Vegas to win, because I'm a Sharks fan, I hope that Florida will win. So that being said, I'm going to predict that Carolina will beat Florida, because I'm always wrong, so that would mean that Florida would win. I'm going to predict that Carolina beats Florida in like 6 games, and you have to give them credit because, they lose. They're not a super talented offensive team, and they overcame the fact that they don't have Svechnikov, don't have Teravainen, who looks like he might be back somehow, and no Pacioretty either, and we're able to just come together and dominate the Devils. I think the Devils, there's a lot of questions about goaltending going in. Schmid looked like he stepped up and became a starter and eliminated the Rangers, and then goaltending was a massive issue, and I think that's going to be a massive issue for them until they figure it out. So I'm going to say Carolina in 6 games. In the West, good for Seattle. Like, incredible job by the Kraken. I think that with some top end talent eventually, in the next year or two, I think they might be fantastic. I also wouldn't be surprised if they don't make the playoffs next year. That being said, Dallas versus, I think that Dallas is the better team than top to bottom than the Golden Knights. And if the Golden Knights have to rely on Adin Hill, no shot at winning the Cup. Like, I've seen Adin Hill as a Sharks fan, no shot there. I can't say no shot because it's hockey and sports, and hockey is very random. But I'm going to say Dallas in 7. Let's say that one goes 7. It's so hard to play in Vegas. Vegas is an incredible atmosphere. So let me know what your predictions are in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.